Welcome to Life Change Community. I'm going to continue our series on cellular healing, getting healed at the deepest part of who you are, getting old wounds addressed and things that have been almost undetected, certainly not dealt with, maybe for years. For some of us, those issues go all the way back to childhood. For others of us, they're more recent. And for many of us, it's both. It's old wounds and it's newer wounds. But all of them need to be healed. What happens, we'll go into a state of denial where life is going along fairly well and we just ignore the symptoms, or we actually don't pay attention to the feelings or the emotions attached with our wounds. But then finally something happens and the accumulation of pain stacks up, and either we snap or we blow up, or life just gets very hard and very sad. When Jesus said in John 10, "I have come that you might have life and have it overflowing," He meant that. We rob ourselves of the opportunity to live the life that God wants us to live, that we were created to live, if we don't address the wounds in our life. Everybody needs to heal because everybody's been hurt. Here's something to pay attention to. Hurting people hurt people. In other words, your relationships and mine are going to suffer. We're going to hurt people in ways that we have never intended if we're hurting ourselves. An important reason to get healed at the deepest part of your heart, the deepest part of your soul, the deepest part of your emotion, what I'm calling down to the cellular basic level of you, a reason for healing is so that you can enjoy rich relationships. I mean, psychologists have said one of our greatest needs is to love and be loved, to know and to be known. And yet, if we're hurting people, if we have unaddressed wounds inside, we're not going to be able to do that. That's one of the reasons Jesus went around healing people. It wasn't just so they could walk or talk or see, but it's so they could enjoy the depth of human relationship that God intended from the very beginning. A first step in getting healed is to address your wounds, to know what's hurting you. We've already talked in this series about naming names and being specific about disappointments. Another issue to address is, who have you hurt? Who do you need to make peace with? The Apostle Paul in the New Testament said this, "As much as it's possible with you, be at peace with all people." It's not going to be possible to be at peace with all people. But is there someone you need to apologize to? A group of people you need to apologize to? Are the people that you know you've hurt and somehow you need to come clean with your part of that? Maybe you weren't fully responsible. Don't let that block you from doing your part as you can. I've had to address thousands of people and say to them, I had some responsibility here, and now I want your forgiveness. I recognize my part and I'm sorry for it. And with humility and contrition, I had to do an open letter to a whole congregation of people in a church and to the leaders of that church. Now, did that make everything immediately better? No. Matter of fact, I really haven't heard back from anybody. But I do know this. It helped heal me. It helped me be better in other relationships in my life. And it helped me be a better man. There was some healing when I admitted that I had hurt others. To the extent that you can do that, it'll heal you. And to the extent you're healed in that vital area, it will change